In March of 2020, the football landscape would change completely. On that date, Tom Brady would end up signing a deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This was a shocking moment for sure. Who would have ever thought that Tom Brady would play for any other team than the Patriots? Ultimately, Brady would lead the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl victory that following season. But what if Tom Brady never left the Patriots? Would the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl? Would Jameis Winston still be a Buccaneer? Would Gronk have ever came out of retirement? Well, in this video, we're going to find out what would happen if Tom Brady never left the Patriots through Madden, specifically Madden 21. So sit back and enjoy. So here we are in Madden 21. The reason we picked Madden 21 is because this is going to give us the most realistic simulation. I mean, obviously this is the season following Tom Brady's departure, so we gotta start here. So now if we take a look at the Patriots, Tom Brady is the starting quarterback, of course, but as you can see, I added Gronkowski onto the team. Let's just say that Tom Brady talked Gronk out of retirement for this season, but the receiving core is not really anything special. I mean, there is Julian Edelman, but there's like Marquise Lee's on the roster, N'Keal Harry's on the roster, but he's a first round bust, so I just had to bring Gronk back. And obviously the offensive line is really good. And I also added Jameis Winston back onto the Buccaneers, because I think if Tom Brady would have stayed, they would have probably re-signed him. I don't know if it would have been a long-term deal or just maybe like a short deal. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to sim the season. We're going to see if the Patriots can make the playoffs and if they can possibly even win the Super Bowl. And then we're going to check the stats of Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and Jameis Winston. So all that's left to do is to just simulate. And the Patriots did end up making the playoffs, but with a 7-9 record. Now looking at the AFC East, this is interesting. By the looks of it, it's a horrible division. Every team had a bad year, and the Patriots would end up squeaking into the playoffs. But can the Patriots beat the Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs in the wildcard round? Let's find out. Tom Brady and the Patriots end up beating the Kansas City Chiefs 35-27. Ooh, now we got a matchup here in the divisional round between the Colts and the Patriots. Is this vintage Tom Brady that we're seeing? This would be crazy if they ended up making a Super Bowl run. Let's just find out. And by the looks of it, it is too good to be true. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots would end up losing 35-10 to the Indianapolis Colts. It would have been something if Tom Brady would have ended up making the Super Bowl and end up winning. But if we head over and look at the stats, Tom Brady would end up throwing for 4,619 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions on a 63% completion percentage. He's just Tom Brady. Another good, solid year from him. But I'm more interested with Rob Gronkowski on how he did. And Gronk would end up finishing with 94 receptions for 1,030 yards and 7 receiving touchdowns. So I think Gronk coming back was a really good thing for this Patriots team, and he was the leading receiver. And our final player for this video is Jameis Winston. Now he's back on the Buccaneers, and he ended up finishing with 3,466 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions on 59% completion percentage. So this is actually pretty good for Jameis Winston. I mean, 22 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, that's a lot better than like 30 something touchdowns to 30 picks. So it's safe to say that staying for another year ended up working out for Jameis Winston. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, then consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.